Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
First of all, on behalf of everyone here, I'd like to start by thanking Matt and Amy for involving us all in such a special day. I know you've both put a lot of time and effort into the planning of this wedding. I hope that so far it's exceeded your expectations. Thanks to the bridesmaids too. You've all done a great job today, wherever you are. And you all look wonderful, by the way. Only overshadowed by the bride herself, who I'm sure you'll all agree looks stunning today. I should also mention Matt's put a lot of effort in to look his best here today too. It might not show, but I can assure you a lot of effort was put in nonetheless. For those who don't know me, my name's Lee, and I've known Matt for about 20 years now. We first met at his mum and dad's house. I was mates with his brother Paul first, and a group of us used to go round there to hang out in his bedroom. Most nights Matt would join us too, which was when the conflict began. Because Paul and Matt despised each other at the time, and Paul in particular held a lot of hostility towards him. Probably due to past incidents that he'd never forgiven him for. Such as the time when Matt threw a leaded pencil at Paul with such force that it ended up stuck in his leg. Part of which still remains stuck in his leg to this day.
Really?
And which he still moans about to this day. I don't know why. His past partners always told me he was in need of a pencil with some lead in it. Anyway, due to the conflict between them, whenever Matt joined us, Paul always wanted rid of him. But we all wanted him to stay. Because although it may come as a surprise to those of you who've just recently got to know Matt, he was actually quite interesting and charismatic back then. So for our sake, Paul would compromise, and after tolerating Matt's presence for a full 5 minutes, tell him to go away. Not quite as politely as I've just put it, but there's kids here today. It was during those brief visits that I first got chatting to Matt, and I must admit I had quite negative preconceptions about him to start. Mainly due to what Paul had told me about him. He described him as a cocky, good-for-nothing little rascal. I didn't allow his opinions to put me off him, though. I was aware it was only the biased view of someone who couldn't stand him, and he most likely wasn't like that at all. So I started to get to know Matt for myself and form my own opinion about him. And that's when I found out what a cocky, good-for-nothing... Which is probably why I liked it. They do say opposites attract. As well as our differences though, we also shared a lot of mutual interests. The main ones being getting smashed out of our heads and raising hell. And it wasn't long before we was getting smashed out of our heads and raising hell together. Now I'm sure our mates are all expecting me to start listing off all the drunken situations we got ourselves into. But to be honest with you, I don't remember most of them. And the ones I do remember are either a bit inappropriate to be telling here, or incriminate me more than him. However, there was one time I recall, when after a night out, he'd come back to my mum and dad's house to sleep over. And I'd woken up at some point needing the toilet. But the toilet's a bit too sophisticated piece of technology for Matt to get his head round. So rather than use it like anyone above the age of 4 would, he decided to piss down the stairs instead. which was followed by him staggering into my mum and dad's room and attempting to get into bed with them. Mate, they haven't let me, their own son, share a bed with them since I turned 18. I don't know what made you think you'd get away with it at 22. I also don't know how much you'd had to drink that night, but it must have been a lot. Because when I first woke up in the morning, I thought the house had been converted into a water park. There was pools all over the floors. The staircase had been turned into a slip and slide. If anyone's ever seen the scene from the film Jumanji, where they evoke a monsoon into the house, you'll have an idea of what it looked like. I was expecting a call from God to start building an ark. And actually, before I wrote this, I asked my mum about it. She remembers it more vividly than me. Because she's the one who had to clean it up. She told me he even managed to get it on the fire alarm. And it was still dripping down from there the next day. How did you get it on the fire alarm? It's on the ceiling. Maybe he woke up with morning glory that day. Which is a bit worrying actually. Because he was sharing a bed with me that night. Following those times, there was a period where we lost contact with each other for years. And when we met again on a night out, I was surprised by the amount of changes that had happened in between. He'd moderated his drinking, quit smoking, become an academic, and even got on well with his brother now. He also seemed a lot more sensible and mature. And since that night, our nights out have been a lot more sensible and mature. Apart from one night on Paul's stag do, where we was both chased around the hotel by security all night for playing knock-a-door running our boxer shorts. But we won't go into that. Also since then, Matt's continued to not only improve his own life, but the lives of others too. He's become a qualified psychotherapist now. And as well as treating people with anxiety and depression, also provides presentations to raise awareness about the conditions. And I know this isn't just a job to Matt, it's his passion. And through it I've watched him develop into one of the most ambitious, hard-working and caring people I know. And it's an absolute honour and a privilege to be best man to someone who's turned out to be such a great man himself. Now at this point in the speech, it's traditional for me to offer the newlyweds some advice for the future. But what do I know? Most of my relationships last a weekend. 3 days if it's a bank holiday. And besides that, I already know they get on so well. So really, the only helpful advice I can give you is to carry on the way you are, and I'm sure you'll have a long and fruitful marriage together.
Well said, mate. That was brilliant.
So with that said, can I ask everyone to stand and raise your glasses in a toast? To Matt and Amy.
To Matt and Amy.
Cheers everyone, enjoy the rest of the day.
Cheers, mate.
Well done, mate.
That was absolutely brilliant, mate.
Yeah, smashed it. Smashed it.